if I had the opportunity to give advice to my 22-year-old self, it's there's a lot of different things that I think I might say. On the one hand, there have been successes and certainly have been failures in the 13 years since I've been 22. And I always go back and forth on this. I don't know if I would necessarily warn myself about the failures, because I really do believe that everything happens for a reason, and entrepreneurs never fail, they just pivot, right? So those failures are really important stepping stones to becoming who you are and what you are. It's just like the Crohn's disease affliction that I had to deal with. I don't see any scenario where I was said to myself, like, I wish that I never had had it. It's been such a big part of who I am now and what I have focused my life on that I can't imagine not having had that in my past. The main thing I think that I probably would have given my 22-year-old self in terms of advice is that at that point, I was about $2 million in personal debt on a real estate project that I was building in upstate New York. And a lot of that was because of poor planning and moving way too fast on a project that I could have probably executed in a better way to get to not put myself in so much debt so quickly. And part of that was that it was a very large project that I had broken down into several phases. And I think, in retrospect, that I chose the wrong phase to start with. Now, in the end, it all worked out okay. But at the time, there would have been a better way, I think a slightly less painful way of dealing with that. So that would be a one thing at that point. At 22 specifically, I think I could have given myself a moment to sort of shift a little bit and not go into the eventual $3 million of debt I found myself in when I was 23. The other thing is that I would have really pushed myself to focus on accepting criticism. This is something for me personally that's been a big part of my life, and I think that as entrepreneurs, it's something that's difficult as well. Also, as an only child, I think this is something that I've had to deal with. But my natural state is to get defensive when I feel attacked. Not anymore, fortunately. I've really worked on this a lot. And the truth is that I think that we can learn so much more from negative feedback than we can from the positive. I think that you can learn more from watching somebody do something badly than doing it right yourself in some situations. And I would have really pushed myself to focus more on receiving and encouraging negative feedback and criticism in order to do a better job, rather than just being sort of stubborn and focusing on the path that I felt was the right one at the time. Being able to learn in all of those situations and seeing that there are better methods and better ways of looking at the whole process is something that I think that I've learned over time. And that's the biggest one, the biggest lesson that I think I would have imparted on myself at that point. Hey, thanks so much for watching my video. If you liked it and you want to see more, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think would benefit from a little more optimization, automation, and outsourcing in their life. Thanks a lot.